Hey, everybody. Welcome to the experience live with Russ and Scott.
Welcome to the experience live with Russ and Scott.
Special thank you to our sponsors, the Gillette Home team of Keller Williams Midwell Willamette. For all your real estate needs, go to teamgillette.com. And thank you to our new sponsor, Joseph Gonzalez and In the Game Group. For more information, go to joseph@inthegamegroup.com. Good morning, everybody. Here we are on the experience live with Russ and Scott. Well, we'll get it all straight here in just a minute. We were talking about mistakes this morning, Scott, on backstage, and started off with one right off the bat. Okay, nobody saw that. All right, here we go. So how are you doing?
You get it out of the way, right?
There you go. Well, you know, I have an excuse. There you go. So, all right, Scott, how are you doing? What's up?
Whew. Boy, it's good. It's just been enjoyable, the holiday time. I think, just going through Thanksgiving and getting ready for Christmas. We've been having fun. We decorated and, we moved from a house to an apartment this year as we became empty nesters and downsized. And so the Christmas decorations were a lot less this year. And it's fun. It's kind of fun to go with a more minimal theme.
Yeah. Well, it makes it a little bit easier, a little bit less stress, right?
Yeah, really nice. And so anyway, that's been fun. And we've got a little show this weekend coming up. So setting up a booth, and I'll have copies of the book. And look, I've got a new mug to go with the
look at that. Huh? Amazing. All right. Well, everybody's got to get their copy of Freeze, and I'm sure that during the show, the actual link to order Freeze will magically appear on the screen while we're going along. And if you haven't got your copy of Befuddled, that'll probably magically appear as well. So
go to stopinaction.com.
There you go. Stopinaction.com. There you go. That's right. Well, I'm wondering if I ever beat you to that. Maybe she did. So anyway, hey,
quick, very quick. Yeah.
There you go. Well, I'm so glad everybody's here this morning. It's been a great week and lots going on. Very busy. Just want to say what a blessing. I've had more blessings this week. A good friend started a whole campaign. A friend of mine that I've worked with, helping people. It's called Kicking Cancer. And I don't know if you've heard of that, Scott, but Baron Robinson, who's actually been on our show, he started this whole campaign for people fighting cancer that have actually recovered to encourage others. And they actually took me on for their first quarter, started a whole, Baron likes to put hashtag Russ Rocks on everything. So they started a whole campaign with t-shirts and everybody's got to buy the Russ Rocks t-shirts and take a selfie. That's what it's all about. So, but I appreciate the support. It's fun, in the midst of a situation that's not fun, that is fun. And what my point of all that is, finding the joy in life, whatever you're doing, making the most of every moment, no matter what's going on. And that's what I'm all about. I live the life I choose every day. and I choose to remain positive. I choose to move forward in a positive direction, and that's just what I'm going to do. So I'm excited. Don't forget, everybody, Scott and I are here with all this great, amazing content and guests like Devin and Nupi, who are on with us today, every Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And also before this, we're on with our friend She on the Experience Backstage Instagram, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So don't want to miss that either. Wednesdays are like a whole event, right, Scott?
You know, it's a great way to start the day. It's the middle of the week. And so make it your summit, right? Start in the morning and enjoy the day. Shri always has great video tips too.
She does.
For folks.
She does. Yeah, for sure. Well, I want to give everybody go back to what you said initially, Scott, and that's about decorating for Christmas. You know, this is all I can do is hold up my mug because I'm unable to decorate this year. Normally we go full blown, but I have a beautiful wife and daughter who did do a display with our nativity scene and lights around our front window outside. And then inside they did the tree and all the pretty stuff. And I wasn't able to help with any of that, but it's a blessing. But my point of all that is I was thinking what you said, Scott, how you minimized back with what you're doing. It doesn't matter how much you do. It doesn't matter how showy things are. It's really what's in your heart. And I pray that everybody has a blessed season, that you are just feel the blessing from God this season in whatever you're doing, wherever you are, and feel the love from Scott and I here on the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. So Scott,
that's the deal.
I think it's time to move on with the show. What do you think?
Yeah. Let's bring in our guests. I see my wife made a comment saying that the decorating took 3 days and now it's 3 hours. Her and my daughter had a great time decorating the tree, putting up some lights, and it was fun. But yeah, we have got Dr. Nupi and Devin back here again today. So some people
we do.
will remember that we had them on the show, and there's just so much. It's hard to pack into 30 minutes. So we brought them back to share some more insights.
And you know what? Ladies first, I'm going to bring on my little sister, Dr. Nupi Arora. Here she is in the house.
Good day. Good Wednesday.
Hello and good morning. Are you going to behave, Russ?
I'm going to behave.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to be the Henri brother today. Well, I don't know. I'm going to try not to.
It's a relative number.
Don't forget, I'm the guest today.
People are going, really? Is he really? Is that? Are they really brother and sister? Yes, we are. Yep.
Yeah, we are actually.
That's true.
We've
yep.
reconnected in this lifetime.
There you go.
Hi. Oh, Rosalind's here. Hi, Rosalind. Hi, Ross. I love you. I can do this today, and you can't do a damn thing.
I'm always telling Nupi, quit waving on your show. Okay, here we go. Nupi, if you can do it without coughing, remind everybody what amazing things you're up to and who you are.
Sure thing. Okay. Hi, I'm Nupi. I am the Glitter Practitioner, and I am a doctor. I'm also a spiritual and transformation life coach, and I absolutely love doing my live stream shows. I have the Glitter Practitioner every Monday on here, LinkedIn, and that's every Monday at 8 p.m. GMT. My brain's addled, seriously. And I do another live stream show, which is Supernova Soul Sisters, Physicians in Motion. And what have I got coming up? I've got coaching program. Ooh, I have got some exciting things coming up. Some stuff that Devin and I'm not going to say anything. And I'm doing a masterclass thing with my F list. So yeah, hopefully get that out by January, actually. So coaching program is there, my Calendly links all over the place, and a masterclass of a 4-week block, essentially, of F listing. And then you get a certificate at the end, which says, I'm an F lister or something like that. Well, that's what I'm up to.
Yeah, dropping F-bombs again. There you go. So,
and speaking events, lots of speaking events next year. This US Glitter Bus Tour is actually happening, and Australia. For that matter.
Marvelous.
Yes, I told her, Scott, that she needed to start with Oregon, but she's leaving the best for last.
Yeah,
So
I
she's
want to
coming
save that for last. There's so many people I know in Oregon. So no,
Nice.
that's going to be last.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so that's
Well,
me.
it's, speaking of Oregon, and another person that wanted you to make your stop first, Mr. Devin James. Woohoo! How's it going?
It's going pretty good, man.
Good to have another Pacific Coaster here on screen with us.
Oregon is in the house right now.
Oregon in the house. Yes. Well, I'll be up in your neighborhood today. Devin got to make a trip up to OHSU today, so I'll not be far from you. But
You'll
hey,
be
tell
right in the
everybody.
hood, man.
Are you going to meet up?
Not today, but we
Yeah.
are definitely in the near future. Yes, I have a whole action-packed afternoon of not a whole lot of fun. Anyway, okay, Devin,
Yeah.
Forgot we
tell
were live.
everybody who you are and what you're up to that wasn't here before.
So I'm Devin James. I'm a visual storyteller extraordinaire. So I've got my brand stories. I've done brand stories for Bruce Carnahan, guy in the blue shirt, Dr. Nupi right here on the show, Raquel Boris for her Rock the Boat show. She just put up this new episode where she put that brand story, because that's going to be her front bumper for the show. And she was talking to this 13-year-old kid genius, man. Like, check that out. Like, go look up Rock the Boat. Go subscribe to her YouTube channel. Go look at her talk and have these candid conversations with these kids, because I think it's a really cool thing that she's doing, being able to get their insights, give them a stage, give them a chance to just talk freely. They don't really have any script. They just talk, and it's cool to see what the youth and where the youth's mind is at. Other than that, there's always flow therapy. Flow therapy is probably one of the constant things, especially lately when things have been, we all go through these ups and downs. And so sometimes you catch yourself on an up, sometimes you're at a down. But flow therapy is the constant where I use poetry to talk about anything that's going on, good or bad, and I just flow through it. And then I've been starting up lately the Feels comic series, which is a comic series about stuff. It's emotional stuff as well. It's trying to put more of a comedic spin on heavier subjects like anxiety, depression. How do you feel when your expectations are super high? And I also get my buddies D. Alvis and Lakes Webb to help voice over these different productions. I draw them, and then I have them move, and then we put voices to them, so then it pops and it becomes kind of like a live production right there.
Well,
Sorry,
I love. No, it's fine. Maybe just jump in. You do anyway.
I do. Your song, be you.
That's what we
my
love.
God.
Oh, yeah.
You're flowing. You're flowing. And I've always been a go with the flow kind of guy, Devin. This is why you and I get along so good. Because life is a journey. We flow through it.
Yep.
And I just love all the stuff you're doing. And, one thing that you didn't put on your list because it hasn't happened yet, but it is definitely happening, is in the planning stages. And that's Devin and I working together on my kids' version, Mr. Befuddled and the Life He Chose. So, yes, excited about that. That's going to be great. I believe it or not, Devin, in the midst of all of this downtime, I've been almost as busier than normal, virtually working.
Yeah.
It's not as much fun not being able to go out places, but it almost gives me more energy because I need to keep my brain moving. I got to keep going. If my feet can't move, my brain's got to move. So,
Yeah.
Well, Nupi, you know what I think we should do?
What?
I think that we should play your brand story. I didn't get this done ahead of time.
That'd be great.
I can bring that up because I think it gives everybody an idea.
Mm-hmm.
The two of you have worked together and been able to do some amazing things. So, and as soon as I say that, I probably won't be able to bring it up.
It's
So
okay. I know it off by heart. I can act it as well. Yeah, I do.
You can flow with us as
Well, Russ, while you're searching that one up, Devin, where can people find some of your work?
Let's see here. it's kind of all over the place. So a lot of it, because LinkedIn normally is my platform these days, really like LinkedIn. I like the community that I've developed here. So you can just go to my profile and it's got flows, it's got the feels. You can visit me on Facebook. You can find Devin James in Portland, Oregon on Facebook. You can look it up there. Let's see, Instagram. You can do Devin Gatsby James. You can do that at Devin Gatsby James, and you can find it there. Usually on those 3 channels, I'm constantly posting all of the stuff that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the stuff that you do, are you ready?
Here we go.
Boom.
Follow the light through the storm. And this is not a light that warns, it's a light that forms on the pathway ahead. So you can maneuver around disaster instead of getting stopped by the obstacles. It just takes changing the obstacles. And then the impossible turns to possible. And then the storm lifts. You're no longer adrift. Breathe, focus, you've got this. Ahead you see a figure, a kind soul, and on the inside it feels like you might glow. Your endless cycles of cyclones have been turned to a breeze that just slightly blows. You're adorned with glitter, where you literally feel like a kid again. And this is when you realize how much of your life you've missed. And then you talk more with Dr. Nupi Arora, who will holistically change your aura, where you and the new you won't be like strangers. No, you'll be like friends. Because this whole process is simply life-changing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there.
It's so beautiful. Oh, hold on.
So if you're feeling frazzled and you want to find your fizz and dazzle, then book a call with Dr. Nupi Arora by messaging her right here on LinkedIn.
There you go.
There we go. That's it. Yeah.
You know, that makes me cry every time.
Very
It really
Wonder
does.
Woman-ish.
It is, isn't it? I actually said that to Devin. I was like, because it was based on a story that I had visualized. It was read through a meditation of a boatman. And I was like, can you make me a girl, please? I don't want to be a boy. I don't want to be an old boatman. I want to be a girl. I was like, will you make me look pretty? Can I have like a green sort of turquoise dress? Because that goes. And please, excuse me, sir, could I have more glitter? Because there wasn't enough glitter. And I was like, more. And I was like, no, not that much. It looks like too much. Sorry. It was brilliant though. You're amazing.
She's a little picky, isn't she, Devin?
There was a process. I remember when I was really, because sometimes, dude, it's hard to draw people, and you have to get their likeness exactly correct. And there was points where I did a few different drafts, and first couple they look pretty good, but then
I look like a scary Mary. I look like a freak. Well, not a freak because it was very beautifully drawn, but I was standing and it was like, oh my gosh, I was like literally like this scary witch person. And I was like, and I was very polite about it. I wasn't I? Yes.
Yeah, she was polite, but she's just like, hey man,
just
can I like
selfies.
look less scary?
No, what I actually did was just get a load of selfies and then put the image of what he had done in the middle. And then I just was like, take your pick. Use some of these maybe, because that doesn't look like me.
And that's a great, this is a great example to talk about the collaborative process.
Yes.
With Devin and clients and actually Nupi, the way you work with folks as well.
Thank you.
Well, you know what I love is this whole community that comes together. We've met each other through each other, right?
Yes.
And, here, Devin, you and I met because of Nupi in England, like I talked about before. Raquel Boris, a great
True.
friend, friend of Scott's and mine's been a actual sub-host for me on this show on The Experience.
Oh, man.
And is
That's what led to
amazing.
Kermit being a part of
That's
the
where
show.
Kermit came. Yep.
I
And
love
Bruce,
Kermit.
and we
Sorry.
love Bruce Carnahan, the guy in the blue shirt, great
Mhm.
friend, came through Salem. He and I got to have coffee in person together, an amazing guy. And so, which is crazy, Devin, that you're in Portland and we still haven't had our coffee yet, but we're going to do that soon. What I'll have to do is next time I head up to Portland for an appointment, I'll just leave a little extra time. We'll grab a cup of coffee. It's
Yeah.
harder for me right now because I have to have a driver. So like today I have to have, well, I actually have to have two people to transport me. It's quite a process. So anyway, but we'll definitely do that. We'll definitely do that. But hey, I wanted to piggyback too on what we're talking about there with collaboration. And, you know, the beautiful thing I like, you guys are very creative minds, all of you. And I love how this more creativity comes out of ourselves when we work together, right?
Mhm.
When we're coming together and we have ideas. I had looked and looked and looked for somebody to do this kids book with. And I think God just held me off and said, hang on, I got the right person. And then I met Devin. I'm serious. And I met Devin. It was like, bingo, that's it. That's who I needed all along.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's a matter of meeting the right people and then letting those thoughts churn. I mean, Nupi, you have thoughts churning all the time, right? I don't know if they're always good thoughts, but
no,
course
I was actually, you can tell when I want to say something, and I was thinking it boils down, doesn't it, to connection and trust. What now? What are you doing now? You're distracting me. It boils down to trust. Well, communication, first of all, and connection, actually. And it's that ability to connect with people. And yeah, that's how you draw like-minded people to you. And you go with that process, is what I wanted to say.
Mhm.
I have spoken.
You know, I just released a podcast episode talking about trust and 3 different types of trust. And there's relational trust, and that's the trust that you have with a specific person. And then there's general trust, which is just trust in people in general. And then also systems trust. That is as I said in the podcast, it's the reason why we're willing to store our credit card information in our Amazon Prime account, right? We have trust in that. And it takes time to build that up.
Yeah.
Well, it does. I mean, life is a journey. Life is a process. And Devin, you know, I think that you have gone through kind of an explosion in your journey recently, honestly, from what I've seen, kind of an explosion of you're gaining confidence of working with people. You're putting out, I mean, you had the talent and ability, God-given ability all along, and you had been doing things, but now you're really stepping forward. Tell us a little bit about that, how that really, because your job changed too. You kind of moved into marketing, more creative, and a lot of things changed for you.
Yeah, it started with that marketing move, change. And, you know, there's days where I feel like, man, I really belong. There's days like yesterday where I feel like I'm not doing anything right. But it had to be the change that was necessary, because accounting and numbers, that wasn't me. Anybody who knows me and they go, like, they see my socials and then I tell them what I would do back then, they're like, what? What are you talking about, dude? You're not a numbers dude. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I changed that. And then it's like that enabled more of the confidence to just put everything out there. And then with the help of Nupi, because before I wasn't so confident in the flow therapy. And then I would just go back in my vault. Like lately, I just post stuff that I had written and recorded a while ago, but it's still stuff that remains. Like, it doesn't matter where you're at in life, it still will hit home. And I think now it's just, even if the confidence isn't quite there, you still just put it out there. You just get it out there. You chip away at what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And then you just keep going forward in the way that you feel like you need to go. And I think that there's a power in that, in being able to step in that right direction.
That was the image. I love the chipping away, because somebody asked Michelangelo, how do you make these beautiful statues? And he said, it's easy. You just take the part of the rock away that is not the man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
absolutely.
You know what's interesting about that, Devin, too, is that I've always been a firm believer of this, and I jump in and just do it, right? And I think that is what has really helped you to grow and flourish in what you're doing. You took the encouragement from Nupi and the things that are going on, and then you actually took a step forward and you started doing it. When I first made videos, the first time I made a video, I was all ready to go, and I had somebody say, well, maybe you should do this and maybe you should do that. I mean, it's good overall, but maybe you should change it. Maybe you should think about it for a while. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to post it because I want to start doing things. I need motion, right? It's perfect. It was good and done is better than perfect and not done is one of my favorite phrases. It was good and it was done. And I thought, I'm going to post this because what it does is it helps give you momentum, right? It helps give, just like when you started doing your stuff, Devin, you get momentum and then you think, okay, well, that wasn't perfect, but this is good. And this is kind of what I want to do. And I move it. And then you get better and better and better as you go along, right?
Yeah.
And
that's so right.
People get to be a part of that journey. Like, it's almost like you're welcoming people in and they get to make an emotional connection with that journey, you know. And as you start to go up and as you start to get better, they're like, man, I knew him back when, and you know, we saw the progress and we were there like the whole time. And then you can just invite people in on your journey. So then you've got a family of people all the way, like you're going along the way. And that's what's cool about LinkedIn, is that everybody's just kind of like coming in here and there, and then we all just watch each other develop. And we're all just kind of rooting for each other, being like, dude, go, get it done. Yeah,
absolutely. And vice versa. I just wanted to say then, it's a two-way process, because it's holding space, isn't it? It's holding space for somebody else, connecting from here. And sometimes you don't see in yourself actually the talent, or you might see the talent, but you might just not, you get so stuck in your head, is what I'm trying to say. And
we forget the progress that we've made.
Yes, exactly.
Right. And because we are who we are, and we forget where we were. But I was watching a YouTuber that I follow. He's great. His presence on camera is wonderful. The way he speaks, fabulous. The content, wonderful, right? Everything is really good. I watched one of his videos from 9 years ago, and it was almost unwatchable. Right. And I encourage us to do the same. I mean, you can go out and find those creative folks, those YouTubers or whoever, look at some of their old stuff, but then also look at something that you produced this week and something that you did last year, and if you have it, a few years ago. And give yourself permission to say, my goodness, I have grown.
That's so important. And I think in the here and the now, things that rattle you, that make you feel a certain way, I think it's having that ability to go, okay, let's face this anyway. I'm still gonna breathe through it, F off the critter chatter and all that other stuff, use the support around you, and just take a back step and observe, what can I learn from this? What is it about this that's really rattled my cage? And that takes time sometimes, but the more you do, the easier it becomes, is what I'm finding, because I'm still on my journey and things are evolving, and then I can get completely stuck in a complete headspace of which is exactly, you know, it's a two-way process of when Devin supports me and in other ways. So it's using your connections, or I have a chat with you, Russ, or, you know, and I think it's allowing that process to happen. And baby steps, baby steps, do something as opposed to nothing. But it's okay if you do nothing as well, because you don't want to pressurize yourself, because then you get stuck in that as well.
Yeah.
It's a fine art.
I think it's the process of moving, growing, going through this journey together. And that's like Devin said, I love the LinkedIn community that's cheering each other on. I like that. Rosalind is here this morning, and she is a great supporter and has a great positive outlook on things too. And all of these people, they come into our lives and they add value and they help us move along. Yesterday, some really good, very confident friends of mine just needed to download to me. And, Nupi, you and I had this a while back. We've downloaded to each other,
Very true.
People that you trust that you can just download to. Poor Scott, I download to him all the time. But, the thing is that the thing is we need that because it helps us us get through this process and realize, Devin, like you were talking about, that, what? We're here to cheer each other on. We're here to make each other better. It doesn't matter if everything is perfect. Like Sheree was talking about on backstage this morning, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be real. Just keep moving forward. And if it's not perfect, that's all right. You know what? You just get better and better and keep moving on, right?
Yeah. I think the biggest one lately, I pulled this flow out that was called the chip away. And it's just been kind of like my mantra lately, no matter what stuff you're doing, no matter if it's hard, if you just chip away at it and you just stay kind of doing this, you'll get there. You just have to keep chipping away. Like, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yes.
Well, that goes exactly. You and Scott are on the same line there. The Michelangelo, quote about just chipping away, and something is beautiful underneath there. And as I transfer into the responsible host here, because we've run out of time.
Gosh.
I just want to say, it goes so fast. We're gonna have to do a part 3 with you guys here in the new year.
Definitely.
It is, I think that life is amazing. In fact, I know life is amazing. We live an abundant, wonderful life. That doesn't mean that everything that happens to us is good. But I want to tell people there's something good in everything. And if we keep chipping away, if we keep taking one foot in front of the other, if we keep making progress and keep cheering each other on, we are better together. And when we collaborate and do amazing things together, the sky's the limit. And I just want to thank the two of you for being a great example of that. The whole reason that I'm here. So we've got the two of you on one side of my screen. We got Scott and I on the other side. And really, Scott has been the driving force, encouragement in everything that I'm doing right now. And so it takes somebody to give you that little nudge, that little push, and, life is crazy sometimes. Things happen that we don't like, moves us a different direction. But you know what? Good things are ahead. And I just want to thank both of you for all of your positive messages out there, for all that you do, and for being friends. I just love and appreciate both of you so much.
Oh, I love you so much, Russ. Jesus, you've got me crying. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Sorry.
Scott goes back and beeps out things afterwards. Oh, wait, it's live. We can't do that. I forgot. Oh, no.
I love it. Yes, we've got more to tell you anyway. We've got lots more stuff, haven't we, Devin? We've got more things to say.
Yes, so we'll keep rolling, but as we wind things up, and as I'm the responsible host, Nupi, tell everybody what you want them to remember from today and how do they get in touch with you.
Okay, what do I want you to remember from today is trust. Tune in to your heart space and know your worth. This is what I always say, and this is the bottom line. Really know that you are worth it. Understand your needs, own them, protect them, and stand in your power to create the life you deserve. That's what I want people to keep remembering. And it goes right from your heart space, not what the mind keeps saying. What lights you up? What are your passions? And just keep taking those steps forward. That's what I want to share.
And how you can find me with you?
Yes, on here on LinkedIn, the Glitter Practitioner, Dr. Nupi Arora, and also Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all under the Glitter Practitioner. my 2 live stream shows. I have a Calendly link that's up for my coaching program, and watch this space for the F-List Masterclass, which is 2023. There's loads happening in 2023. So it's exciting.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Very exciting. Speaking of exciting, Devin, you're up.
Let's see what I want you to take away from this. I'll keep reiterating. Chip away, man. Chip away. Whether it's hard, you know, we're going to go through the hard stuff, man. I always have this mantra that life is a combination of storm and sunset. So you're going to go through the storms, but you're going to have those sunsets right on the other side. Now, to get a hold of me, right here, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and look out for this new song that I've got going. It's called Be You. I'm trying to collaborate with all my colleagues, friends, and family to be a part of this song that simply just states, you, be.
I love it. It's so good.
I love
in
that
it.
song.
I've got like I've literally sent like, oh, I think this could be this here. Oh, I think this could be good here. And I'm like, literally just bombarded him.
Yeah.
But it's good because it's like there's this song called Rockstar by Nickelback, and they have all the people coming in doing the different parts.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking, like, you know, this song is for everybody because it's all about everybody being them. So look for that. That's the one thing that I forgot to say. Look for that. And if you want to be a part of it, reach out right here on LinkedIn, because that's probably going to be the best space to reach me, to be honest.
And there's still plenty of spaces and slots left, by the way. There is loads of space left.
There's a whole lot.
Beautiful.
Well, I really love that song, and Nupi doing her you part 2. I was missing from the video, but that's okay. That's all right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just glad you didn't leave Nupi out. That would have been horrible to leave Nupi out. Yeah. That's all right.
Do you know what I actually thought you said? I actually thought, because that's what you would do, I'm going to take Nupi's section out and replace it with you.
A little cut
I
and
would
paste.
do that. Cut and paste, yeah.
I would kill you. I'd be like, what the hell?
I know. Hey, well, thank you. I not for that, but thank you for you two coming on today, and appreciate you both so much. Don't forget, everybody, that we are here at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every week on Wednesday with amazing people like Devin and Nupi. And we're going to say goodbye to the two of you, but hang tight in the green room. We'll talk to you in just a minute.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And all of this is made possible because of our sponsors.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I want to thank Laura Gillot has been amazing for so long, and the Gillot home team.
Yeah.
And whether you're in Lebanon, Oregon or not, great connection, right? These people are on LinkedIn. And so it doesn't matter where you are. And, some people say, well, why would I want to connect with a doctor in Manchester, England? Well, because you can meet somebody in your own backyard here in Oregon.
That's right. Exactly. I love the positive outlook. Again, it was great to have them both back on the show. When people ask me, Scott, how is it going? What I love to say is the things that are important are good, and the things that are not good are not important.
There you go. That's very good. I think we should make a plaque with that on it. That is really good. Well, we have the Boom Master who finally joined us this morning. Good morning, Joseph.
Boom.
Well, I'm so glad he's here, because I was just about to say thank you so much to Joseph Gonzalez and In the Game, who is our newest sponsor for December for the experience. And Joseph is an amazing man. If you have not connected with him, please do. So he and Laura Gillot are both on LinkedIn. They're both amazing. Joseph down in Florida, sunny Florida, and doing crazy good things. So I want to encourage you guys to connect with them, use their services. Joseph, man, he'll help you out. He's amazing. So anyway, with that, Scott, I think it's time to wrap things up here, and thank everybody for being here. What do you think? What do you got going on that we missed before we leave today?
Yeah, so I'll just remind people again, the Aging Better Network coming up at 9 a.m. Pacific time over at Christine Smith's LinkedIn page, and the people can go to agingbetternetwork.com and get all the contact information there. A week from Friday, it is the Christmas party for the virtual global tea break. Exactly. You don't want to miss that. Wear your jumper, your Christmas jumper. And if you need to know what that is, it's a sweater. So wear your Christmas jumper. And Alan Hennessy and I will be hosting that. It's just a party. We get to celebrate and talk about all the great things that have happened in 2022 and the things that we're looking forward to in 2023.
You know, speaking of that, Nupi and Devin, who are backstage dancing around just waiting for us to get there, they both need to join the Global Tea Break and come because an amazing group. And Nupi knows what a jumper is. So there you go. And just like every time they talk about a calendar across the pond and they call it the diary, it always throws me off a little bit.
My diary.
Yeah. Well, why would I put it in my diary? Well, because
Dear
the diary is a calendar. Anyway, well, hey, Scott, we need to wrap things up. We got a little long today, but listen, thank you, everybody. What a blessing you've all been to Scott and I. Thank you for being here today. And I think that that's about it for today. We're here every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and on the Experience Backstage, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time over on Instagram. Join us there. Until next week, have a great day and a great life. And
thank you, dancers. Enjoy the experience.
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.
Yeah.
hey, we're still on there because, you know, I was so busy saying goodbye to everybody. I forgot to take us off. So, all right, everybody.
Remember, join the 1,000 Thanks movement.
See you later. We're going slowly but surely. My finger won't work. There we go.